Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to My Little Lamb's Nursery. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys and I love you from the bottom of my heart. And I thank you for all the beautiful, lovely comments that I've been getting. It does give me motivation to make more videos for you guys. Sometimes when we YouTubers, when you decide to open up a YouTube page or channel, you don't know how you come off really to your viewers, and so I really appreciate the feedback that I've been getting. So it does give me inspiration, and motivation to continue to come on here and do these videos for you guys. It's not an easy thing to do, especially you're not in front of a live audience. So I totally appreciate the comments. I totally appreciate the love and the support. And if you're new, thank you, hello, and welcome. Go ahead, please do me a favor and hit the like and subscribe button so that you'll always be reminded of a uploaded video. And first off, I want to give a shout out to our Heavenly Father. Our world as a whole is going through a lot of natural disasters, and I just want to give a shout out to Him for giving us, watching over us and giving us the air that we breathe in our lungs, and the food that we eat each day, the clothes on our backs, and the shoes on our feet that we receive each day, and the blessings that we receive for another day. And it's really bad out here, you guys. So make sure you guys include him, put him first in your lives. His name is Yahuwah, and the son is Yahusha. You have to go through the son in order to get to the Father. Better known as Abaya. And I just want to put that out here, because people need it these days. These are the pangs of distress we're living in the last days, and he's not happy with us humans. And it's a lot of demonic entities. There's a lot of things that we thought were mythical, but they're actually real. So you guys, we have to pray more and murmur and complain less, and be grateful for what we have and what we don't have. And that, with that being said, I wanted to come on here, and as you see before you, that is my it is my This is the Ashby Awake by Claire Taylor Dawes. He is the partial silicone. And the topic today is the research and the comparison between a partial silicone Claire Taylor doll and a full body Claire Taylor doll. So the full body will be my Natalia, and the partial will be the Ashby, whom is my mascot. He was my first um, he was my first silicone baby. My first doll was a reborn doll, so I was curious as to I was curious about the silicone. So I heard all, the hoopla about the way they feel. They feel like scared and everything. So, curiosity kills a cat. So I basically had to go after one. So I was told that, in the dog community, that many times it's like you're with a partial silicone, you're getting like both worlds, as you would like a reborn vinyl doll, because a reborn vinyl doll are posable, has a cloth body, and those were the differences between um, a full silicone baby and a vinyl doll. So I wanted to, one, see the difference in the way they feel. Two, I did want the posability of that I had with my reborn doll, and I want to see if what they said was true about the skin, and the jiggle effect, the lifelike effect, the movement of the silicone. And I had to say, once I got this little boy, he's the mascot on my Claire Taylor Collectors Club page. If you guys are not a member or would like to be a member, you could go to Facebook and go to Claire Taylor's Collectors Club, and you'll see this guy. He's in a jean jacket and a hat on. And once you see that, you'll see that's my page. I'm Yolanda, and you just answer the 3 questions, and you can be in my private collectors club on Facebook. So that'll be Claire Taylor's Collectors Club, and this is a Claire Taylor's doll. And so that's the topic today: the research comparison of a full body Claire Taylor doll versus a partial body silicone Claire Taylor doll. So they're both silicone babies, but one will be partial, that being him, and one will be full body, and that will be Natalia. I'm going to get him undressed, and I want to show you guys the difference, and we'll go from there. And so that's what we're at. And a lot of people, when I do videos, just like now, he's dressed really warm because of his silicone gets really cold according to the temperature that it is. So his silicone right now, it's not real cold because he is clothed, but when he's not clothed, he is cold. The silicone, for some odd, strange reason, silicone adjusts to the weather. I kid you not. So I want to he's been in this outfit for a minute. So I want to jump on here and show you guys the difference. And chat, do a little chat. I know that some people say that they prefer the vinyl as to the silicone. I They don't have a favorite, but me myself, like I said, I started off in the reborn vinyl world, and I'll say I graduated up because silicone is more expensive than a vinyl doll. Silicone paint within itself, it's way more expensive. Say for instance, if you're painting a baby or a biracial baby, the silicone is going to cost you more because of the layers of paint that has to go into bringing to life that particular doll. And secondly, on a reborn doll, the paint can last like a really long time. You can do several. I think you do 100 dolls with the paint from a reborn doll as to a vinyl doll. I mean, as to a silicone doll. So that's the difference. Not only the silicone is not it's not cheap, nor are the paints. And since the inflation went up and the talk about the paints being hard to find, and so they're charging more. I don't know if that's true or not, or it's just to upsell or to go up in prices. I don't really know. That's to each artist, to each his own. I understand that, one can make sure you guys he's in the frame. Yeah. So just making sure that one can charge, if you're good, if you're that good of an artist, you can charge whatever you want to charge, if you're that good, because some people are that good. They can charge, well-known artists, they can charge whatever they want to charge, because they have their normal regular customers, collectors that frequent them. And this is art. It's if this it's the same if someone was painting a canvas. A painter was painting a canvas, and as we know, a canvas, a well-known artist, could go for thousands of dollars. Um, you know, there's really popular artists out here um, that have artwork, canvas artwork, water paint, whether it be oil paints or water paints, they can charge thousands. Even some arts, millions. They have galleries, that people go to and buy these expensive art. You know, um, so like I said, people can charge whatever they want to charge for their art, and a doll is uh, art. Is art. It's work. It's paint. No matter how you look at it, it's not on a canvas, but it's created it to imitate a real baby, and some dolls do look like real babies. So and I'm amazed by the art, that comes off, and the time that it takes. These dolls are not easy to conquer. It takes a lot of um, what you call it. Some people are just natural, but it takes a lot of hours of learning. You have to take classes. Some artists were self made, and they just, what they say, practice make perfect. I know how to paint. I know how to paint, but I don't do it as much, just because of I have COPD, and I don't want to be affecting myself with more health problems with the paint. So I'd rather just buy it from an artist. I would love to paint it, but I just don't trust the chemicals. Basically, I just don't trust the chemicals. So I'd rather just pay someone. I'd rather just. I mean, there's artists that are collectors, and they know how to paint it, and sometimes they just rather somebody else's artwork. There's other artists that collect other artists' work. You know, what they how they come off on as they would say, on a canvas, may be totally different style, how they come off on their canvas, meaning a silicone baby or a vinyl baby. You know, one can, only be in awe once they get it and nail it. And that's why you have uh, artists that can charge whatever they want to charge, because they know how to master the art of paint. Some know the paint. Some can echo the paint. Make that paint work. Work through. Jump off, jump off the canvas, jump off the baby. Come to life, and that's what we call it. The to bring the baby to life, and that's what painting is. You bringing the baby. It's just silicone without the paint. It's just a blank canvas. It is, what it is. It's all about the details. Like, look at his foot. It's all about the details. To um, the warm red tones, the veining, the modeling, whether it be a vinyl doll or a silicone doll. You look for these details. The tips of the nail beds, like even his he has since he's a partial silicone, he did come with a breastplate, and it's like butter. The breastplate is even painted, to resemble a real baby. The red tones, the what they call it's just so and I mean, even with me doing this, it does feel like skin. It feels like it feels really soft, and it just, I don't know, it looks so lifelike, and that's what you want when you do your research, when you see for yourself, when you start to go after what you're looking at right now, as as an audience. You're doing your homework. This is like research. You're watching videos, you're researching what you're looking for. And that's what I had to do. I had to research what I was looking for. I had to watch videos and see, because we don't know, when somebody asks you what type do you want, an eco flex or platinum silicone, or what shore do you want? Do you want a jelly belly, babies? I mean, their stomach is squishy. We don't you don't know this. These are all like lingo. It's a language. It's a dog community language that you have to know. So you have to do your homework. You have to do your research. You have to do your comparisons. When you're looking to spend your money, you have to know these things. You got and as what they say, you pay for what you get. Yes, you do. You pay for what you get. He's a bald baby. Um, I love his hair, but I'm thinking about getting him rooted. Depending on if I keep him or not. Um, excuse me, but I do have him up for sale. So yeah, that's what you're looking at, all the. And then when you're looking for a baby, you want to know all the features. Say for instance, like him, he's a partial silicone. Okay, his legs move as with the full body. You cannot do that with their legs. You cannot put their legs up. You can't do that with their full body. Let's see, put them down a little bit more so that you guys can see. Well, his legs are up. His arms are up. Make sure he's in the frame. His arms are up. His legs are up. His arms are up. Right. Okay. Okay. Now, say for instance, with my Natalia full body. Now, sometimes you have to have, in order for their arms to go up and stay up, you have to have armatures. So him being a partial, he can put his arms up, and they stay. Whether you can, well, it won't stay because this is there. But I just want to give you an example. Okay, his arms are up, and the only way they're up basically is because he is a partial, and he's able to do that. Same thing with his legs. Same thing with his legs. His legs are up, and then you can move them down. You turn them, you know, outward, inward, because he is a partial. Now, a silicone, unless he's got armatures, or let's say like marshmallow type shore, with a lot of slacker in the baby, they're flexible. That's why when I said movement in the baby, that's what you want. You want to know the movement. See his movement. This is what we mean. Movement. The fluidity of the silicone. It's movement. If the baby is really firm, there will be less movement, like a reborn dog. So these are the things that you want to look for when purchasing or researching that special dream baby. You want to look for the details. You want to look for um, um, what's important to you. Is it important for you to be able, like if you're changing your baby, is it important to you to be able to put their legs up together? Is it important to you and bring their legs back down together? Is it important for you to be able to put your baby's arms up? Is it important for you to put your baby arms down? Those are key features in and differences with a Claire Taylor partial silicone, or any artist's partial. I mean, you can go on McPherson, you could go on Bountiful Babies, you could go on um um True, what's that, Trueborn. These are different um uh sites that sell artists um prototype dolls, or vinyl dolls, or kits, or silicone kits that you can find an artist and have them make that baby for you. So I just want to show you the difference, having the partial, what he is, and having a full body, the difference. So now let's turn him over so he could put it. See how the fluidity that he has, his movement. He could put his hands up, you know, his hands down. Now let's turn. He could turn his head. Now let's turn him over. Okay, he could turn his head to the right. Now let's see if he can just do that pose, that famous baby pose with their feet up. Let's see if we can turn him so you guys could see. That famous baby pose. They're different. There's different poses baby makes. So, see, he naturally, one on his arm, he naturally holds his ear. He naturally puts his foot on his knee. These are just fluid movements that the baby that he can do as a partial. You know, like a as with a as to a vinyl, or a full body silicone. So we're not gonna compare the vinyl. We're gonna stick to what a partial body can do and what a full body silicone can do. So like I said, we can do the arms up. And see, if I had, say for instance, if I had, this one is flat. So just say for instance, if I had a snuggle fit, bed for he would be in, his arms would stay. His arms would totally stay like that, because the snuggle fits, they they snug they keep your baby snug, and so his arms would stay up like that if he was in a snuggle fit. Let me see something. Yeah, and then his finger, he could put his finger in his mouth if he was in, and it would stay if he was in a snuggle fit. So yeah, so let me see. So yeah, the fluid, it's the movement. It's all about the movement in the silicone. It's fluidity and its feel. And the spa show is all about being able to pose the baby as you to pose it as to letting it you know do its own thing. So that's the partial. And then you could turn the head, and then as a part, just like on a the silicone. Now that's the difference. Unless your doll has a long enough neck, and that's one thing I like about Claire Taylor's dolls. She does give you plenty neck. You won't have a no neck baby. She gives you plenty of neck. So look, when that baby is down like that, that looks like a normal baby from behind because she gives you a neck. She gives you a nape, and that's beautiful art. Everything is detailed. And then she does go up. She gives you a real circumference sized head. I think he's about a 14 or 15. And it has it comes up like a point, as with a newborn. If they took the baby out with clamps, and it kind of went up like a little, like the baby had clamp. That's how his head is. He's got very detailed ears, and the arms do come up. Some give you 3/4 arms. Clara brings her partial silicone all the way up, all the way up. This particular doll, he has rings, so the movement is easy. He has the ring, so you can also get rings. See, his arm could stay. You could get rings, or you could just have the zip tie to lock it in place. But this particular doll does have a ring in his neck and in his arms, and see his head is weighted, and see how he goes back as well as a full body silicone has that same move. He's weighted with glass beads and filler, fiber fill, the same. But I just wanted to show you the movement, the fluidity of his silicone. He falls just like a real baby. He does have the same as if say for, as if you and he does have the drink. He doesn't he has a Willow, and he does have a tongue, and he's got the squish. He's squishy, and I think he's so stinking cute. But I was thinking about getting him rooted, changing his eyes. I might change his eyes to brown, or I might just keep them blue because his name is River, and that's the reason why I named him River, because of his pretty blue eyes. So so that's the River. So I'm gonna go ahead and get him dressed, put his clothes back, change it, put his not clothes back on, but go ahead and get him dressed. So I just wanted you guys to see the difference in comparison. If you're shopping for a silicone baby, I wanted to show you the comparison and what you can do with a partial silicone, and what you can't do, what you can and cannot do with a full body silicone. So that you can have options, and it can narrow down your choices. It is a difference in the pocketbook. It's gonna a partial silicone is gonna cost you less because it's less silicone. Silicone is very expensive, and just to try out, it is. Let's put his breastplate back in. It's gonna make a big difference in your costs. So be Be aware of that. Your cost is going to differ as the silicone as a full body. This changes. A full body changes in price, and so does um, the price. That's what the partial silicone. It's going to be a big difference in price. So you're cheaper if you want to try out a silicone baby. I would recommend a partial just to see if you like it, because some people are weirded out. Some people do not like silicone at all. They think it's creepy. So if I were you, and if you, if you creep out easily, I would recommend a partial, because it's less money, it's more cost effective. Um, and yeah, that's what I would do if I was in the market of purchasing. These socks look extremely way too big. So we're just going to go back with the original socks. I wanted to, these did match, they do match his outfit, but they're fitting because, I guess because it's, let me take it off of these things. They're stretching it to be wide. And that's what I don't like. So let's take it off that. And because that's those in the trash. That's not what I want. So let's put these on there. We just put the white socks back on. Yeah, so that's the difference. You want to research. Always research, you guys. Do your homework and research. And so that you guys will know exactly what you want. So you'll be happy with your purchases. And make sure the person is reputable. Make sure that person has references. Make sure you ask for all the details. You make sure that whether you be whether you be the first owner of the doll, or whether it be a adopted. It doesn't have any other mommies. Maybe that's it. You be a secondhand doll. Whether it be a secondhand doll, find out all the facts. Because sometime I want to put this outfit on him. It's a sleeper with the feet out, and it's by Jamie and Jack, and it's a 0 to 3, and it has polar bears and trees and birds, and it's blue and gray and green, gray and green, and it has a matching hat as well. So, and I want to get him and I gotta have a onesie. Always put my babies in the onesies. Always put the babies in the onesies. So yeah, so if you want to, if you're new to the community and you're looking to purchase a silicone baby, try it out. You did the reborn, and you're curious of getting a silicone, I will go and research different artists, see what you like. Like I said, they do have them on where you can buy them directly from a shop, and just find the go on Facebook, get yourself into the community, and there are artists that sell babies on Facebook, and you just go, you just pay attention to different artists, and then you're allowed to see their work, because they're showing their doll, they're showing their work, they're showing their art, and they're looking, and they'll tell you, because they'll put up there, the baby's looking for a new mommy. That means the baby's for sale. And so if you like particular looks of the babies, you'll start getting your notepads, and you will start writing down different things that you like about the baby. You'll start writing down different artists, and that's what I mean by researching, so that you are familiar with the artist. So if you decide and you know what you're looking for and the kind of look that you want in your doll, um, that's always a plus. Um, and if you if you want to get your doll from like McPherson's or Bountiful Baby, what you do is you just buy it online, and then um, and I believe Bountiful Babies, McPherson's, and them. Um, I do believe I know McPherson's. They have silicone babies and they do pores, and I believe Bountiful. There's many of them that do pores now for the artists, and I think they even have like a layaway plan. You gradually pay off. You know, you put down a down payment, and they do have layaway plans that you pay down the baby as well. So you know, like I said, a lot. They are trying to make it possible because you know we're hit with so many economic woes these days, and so they are trying to adjust. You know, um, adjust. I have my sister. I have to stay on that too. Okay, adjust to people's financial situations, and let you make payments uh, on that. So that's one thing. That's another research. Seeing what you can, if you can pay month by month, little by little, or do you have to buy the dog straight up? Another research that you have to look into as far as cost effectiveness that you can afford, within your budget. So that's another thing that I found I had to do. And another thing is, so you look for so it's a process. It is a process. So you're looking for an artist. You're looking for that baby. You're looking for that kit, that kit that you so desperately want. That's that kit that you so desperately need. Is it becomes, like I said, sometimes it's an addiction, and these kits do sell out with really popular artists. So sometimes, especially when they come out with prototypes, sometimes they find different artists to do their prototypes. The way they bring that baby to life. Sometimes the actual artist will keep that particular baby for their own collection that they painted for the artist. So yeah, so you want to write that down and make you a list of different artists, different kits that your favorite to your least favorite, um, and you want to be able to lock that kit in. If that's what you want, to lock that artist in because artists are busy, hard workers, and sometimes they don't have available spots. So you want to get with private message that artist and set up, you know, a time that they have with them that they can paint your baby and find out the fees. So this is a process of elimination that you have to do to one inquire the doll, locate the doll, price the doll, find the artist. If you get the doll yourself, then you'll have to pay for the shipping and handling and ship it to the doll, and plus the cost of the doll. If you allow the artist to get the doll for you, then it's easier. They're gonna take out for it. It's gonna be included in your fee, but it's already there. So you just pay the artist when they're done. For everything. So you have that option. So you have to think: do I want to go through the process of getting the doll from the factory, or do you want to let the artist do everything and you just pay them and be like done with it? You know, you pay them to get the doll, you pay them to paint the doll, and you're just waiting. You're just in waiting and in want of that baby. And you know, so sometimes people, I myself, I have purchased kits and sent them to the artist. And I've done it both ways. I've had the artist get the doll for me and paint the doll, and then send me the doll, and like that. So there's, you know, there's, that's what I'm saying. You want to see um, um, what's the steps that you're gonna take, you know, when acquiring these dolls, um, or you can wait for the doll, for an artist to finish the doll, and you just buy the doll, and not even, you just cut through that red tape with all the those other fillers that you got to get this, get that, get that. You just sit and wait for a doll that your heart, that pulls at your heartstrings, and you just say that's the doll, and you buy that doll. And you know, all you're doing is you're paying money, PayPal. You want to make sure you use PayPal because that's the safest. Or some people use Zelle, which is PayPal, and that's what you want to do. You want to always, always make sure your money is secure with with your financial um, or institution, and and because like I said, but like I said, that's the whole part of the homework coming into play, references coming into play, so you won't have to deal with all that. Your money is secure, your baby's secure, the process is secure. You want a secure process. That's what I mean, a process of elimination. You want everything, you want all your T's crossed and your I's dotted. You know, you want to be safe. You want to be a safe collector, because there's so many scams out here. So you want to be a safe collector first, first and foremost, and you want to be a smart collector. You don't want to be one of those. You should have did this. Oh, you be in the community on Facebook and saying you were scammed, and everybody be saying, "Oh, we're so sorry, we're so sorry." You don't want to be that person. You want to be smart. You want to be safe. You know, you want to do your homework. You want to research. You want to know what you want. You know, you want to get it, know it. You want your uh and you want to happy, you want to be happy. You want the process to go uh um smoothly. You want the process to go smoothly. And and I think that once you know, put your eggs all in the basket and everything is processed the right way, um I think you'll be happy with the end result. So there are so many options when it comes to purchasing a partial silicone or purchasing a full body silicone. There's different things that a partial silicone can do in the movement, and there's certain things that only a full body silicone can do. So the full body silicone, you can bathe it. I won't recommend it all the time, but you can bathe it light water. I wouldn't rub the silicone, but you can definitely um get that um done with your baby. And this is that Playtex bottle I just got, if you see my video. And I just thought this bottle was so cute. I'm gonna try it. I gotta use some of this KY so to slip in. I don't use this all the time. The KY water base. I don't use it all the time just because I don't want a lot of clunk. You could clean it, but I just don't. Just some of the time, because you don't want to tear. We put this on. It's recommended just because you don't want to tear the sides of the corners of their mouth. So this helps it to slide in. If you don't want it, if he wants it, because sometimes they're tough like that. So that's those. So these are just key points that I wanted to you know, to bring out to people that are looking to come into the community and buy um, your first silicone baby doll. So, and that's what I had to do, you know, do my homework. And yeah, so this, we're going to go ahead and just going to have his socks on because he's ready for bed. It's the evening. Um, Today is Sunday. So about time you guys see this video, it'll probably be Mickey Mondays or Tuesday. Um, so let's go ahead and move him out the way. And I'll bring on Natalia so you guys could see her and her movement and what you can and cannot do. But he is up for sale if you guys are interested. He is on Macari under Saint. And I have him priced affordable. But if he doesn't sell, I'm just selling to buy, bring home a baby. But if I get my baby home before this little guy sells, I'm going to keep him and have him rooted and keep him in my collection. And this is the River, the Ash. His name is River, and he's the Ashby by Claire Taylor. And he's like, my mama wants to get rid of me, but she's not gonna get rid of me. No, 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 no. All right, let me get him. All right. Okay. We are 46 minutes in. Let me hurry up. I don't want to make the videos too long. And this is the Natalia. She's my Claire Taylor. Full body. Okay. And she's been in this outfit for a while, so we're going to get her outfit. And get her outfit change. Yes, she's a full body. She was done by Rachel Farrell Shell. And she doesn't have a drinking wet. She does have tongue and gums in the uvula and his squishy belly. She's a AA biracial baby. River that you just seen, he's a Caucasian baby, and she is a AA. I mean biracial baby. She's not AA, so there will be more coats. So when you're getting a full body silicone or partial silicone, they'll ask you if you want the baby, what do you want the doll poured in? Do you want it to be a biracial? Do you want it to be an Asian pour? Do you want it to be a biracial pour? Or do you want it to be a Caucasian pour? These are all separate pours that has brown tones or yellow tones or red tones within the silicone, within the silicone itself. So these are the different, there's 3 different ones that they use that they call pores. So that's another community doll language, the pore. That means they're adding something to the silicone so that when the artist is going to paint the baby, it's closer to the actual color that their customer wants, so that they don't have to use so much silicone paint because it's very expensive. So they'll actually go for that silicone that closely matches the skin tone that you prefer. So with that being said, I would ask for the AA or the biracial skin tone, so to be more brown inside of that And inside of that silicone, there'd be more brown tones inside of that silicone, as well as the slacker that gives the baby that that skin like effect, that soft effect, that jiggly effect, that movement effect. The slacker is what they put in the shore of the silicone. It breaks it down. It makes it more soft and um, um, yeah, it softens the silicone, for instance, because otherwise silicone can be hard. It can be like an eraser. It can be like a tire. So that slacker, it breaks that silicone down. It softens the silicone. So when you say you want marshmallow soft, or that's a tin shore, or tin, which is, but I don't recommend tins. A lot of people like tins, but I will never go to a tin because it's just, I don't want any tears. It's a cheaper silicone, but I don't want a tin. I'll take a 20, 30. I have a 50, which is a dragon skin. But me myself, um, I prefer no tins. Okay, so this one, I want to get her out of that outfit. She looks so stinky cute. This is my Claire Taylor, full body Claire Taylor Willow kit. She was done by Rachel Farrell Shell. She is on Facebook. She has a nursery. And I would, I'm trying to find her some tights. Okay, I'm gonna go with these little ruffle tights, ruffle butt. I think these are adorable. I guess I'll just go with these ruffle butt tights for her. And I'm also gonna go with this hat. It's in a mustard color. It has a little bow. And she got this from her auntie, Teresa. She's in the community. And this one is by Cupcakes in Cashmere. And it's a 0 cupcake in cashmere. And it's a 0 to 3 months. So we're going to put this on her. And I do have a small haul. I think it's small. I think it's small, you guys. I'll let you guys be the judge. But I do have a haul. So let me go ahead and see if she's in the frame. Yeah, so let's go ahead and get her undressed. But yes, she is the Claire Tailored doll. Full body silicone. She does not have all the bells and whistles because I could not afford that. But I adopted out from another mummy, Rissa Ram. She's a sweetheart. I just sent her some Happy Meal, and she just did a video. And I just pierced her beautiful ears. So we're going to take this. I keep the bags on because it keeps the hair nice and moist. Now, the difference in silicone. Full body. The difference in the full body silicone. One, the weight. Very, very much way heavier than a partial silicone. She is almost, I think she's almost 9 pounds. This baby. The partial silicone, you're looking at 4 pounds, four to not even 5 pounds. I'm gonna say about 4 pounds for the partial silicone. As to a full body, there is a weight difference, big time. And if you got a bad back, if you got a bad back, I don't recommend full body unless it's a preemie. And that's what I'm looking to get next. Is another. I have a partial preemie, but I'm looking to get a full body preemie. So that's the difference. Is the weight differential. Very heavy. Silicone is very heavy. So I do not recommend, if you have back issues, do not recommend you're getting a full body silicone that is over 9 pounds at all. You can get it. You can get it. But I guarantee you're not gonna be picking it up all the time. You might have it in your room with in your nursery, and you go by, you look at it, there'll be the baby just sits beautifully in its pram, or it sits beautifully in its bloom chair, or it sits beautifully in its cradle, or it sits beautiful in its bassinet, or it sits beautiful in its crib, or it's just beautiful, and even in your bed, you don't even pick it up. It just sits beautiful. That might be that baby. But it's a beautiful thing, it's art. It's art. And so I'm gonna keep this matter of fact, I'm gonna keep these too. Matter of fact, I could save these. Yeah, so see, I'm gonna save these bloomers. Save these tights. I just use these tights, but I'm gonna use this. But I want to show you guys the difference. So I'm gonna have to take these off, and then I will put them back on because they go with that outfit. They go with that outfit. So now the difference. Lifting up the body. Way heavier. You have to be very careful because they're heavier. So, and they have more wiggle. More wiggle. Now, you can do this. You can lift up. She's not going to come up and stay like that. No, she's not. Because she doesn't have the rings in her legs to do that. As to the partial, she's not going to do that because she's too heavy. Now, if you have a full body silicone and it has armatures, now that's a whole different story. They can and will stay up with armatures, but not without. They haven't found a concept to do that because of the silicone. It's so heavy. Now, she may do that and it stays because of the movement, because of the slacker that was put in to make her that squish factor. So she can pose like that because that foot is not that heavy. Her thigh might be heavy, but her foot isn't. So it's able to rest on her other leg. So that, it's just the fluidity in the movement in her particular silicone. Now, I don't know if you've seen that, but her leg goes up on her. Now, she can rest it like that. Did different poses, but it's not really up. So, now you see with her, I have to hold her more, her head, because her head is it's the partial silicone head was heavy, but hers is even more heavier because of the amount of silicone that has to even out with the rest of her body. So, but her head is it's way more heavier than a partial. It's weighted because all of this, it has to be weighted evenly, poured evenly. So, okay, now let's take this off. Now, again, it's cold. Her silicone is cold. Now that I'm taking her clothes off, I feel her silicone more so. And it is cold. her silicone is very cold right now. Now with the silicone, you want to pull on the garment and not the baby itself, not the silicone itself. And now, as you can see, she's a full body silicone. Now, let's do the differences. She doesn't have a belly plate. She has a full body. She have body parts. She have private girly parts. She has a bum. Now, when I lift her like this, I have to go all the way up. She does have body parts, girly parts, very detailed. And I have to, now, the crossing of her leg, like I said. She can cross like that. She doesn't have armatures. Now, if she was in a, see, she can do that without having an armature. She can do that because her hands are not really heavy, like her feet aren't really heavy. So, but her arms are anchoring onto her stomach or her chin. So it's just the fluidity or the movement in her silicone or the slacker. So it was when Claire poured her, she poured them evenly. So she's able to do that. She's able to put. Is she able to put her finger in the mouth? No, she won't put her finger in the mouth. Let's see. See if she put her hands together. And she put her hands together. See, now she could put her hands together like that, and then it goes down. Now, if she had armatures, it would be fine. I think the armatures would stay. Now we have to do that because her head is heavy, so it's anchoring her hand. Now she doesn't have armatures, so that's heavy. Her elbow's heavy. See, if she had elbow armatures, it would stay. She does. She's a one-piece pour. Now, let's see her. Let me lift her up. Have to hold her head because she's heavy. She's her top heavy, but very heavy. Her head turns, but it have a restriction. At some point, her head turns, but it has a restriction. At some point, now her arms, they go back down. They don't stay up as like the partial. They don't stay up. Now, if she had armatures in her, they would stay up. But see, they don't stay up. Unless I put her head on it. Head's heavy. Like that. Like she's chilling. Like that. But it come down. If the weight is, if it's not weight on it, they will come down. Now, as far as her posability, she can pose like that. Her arms come up. They will come up like that. You can pose her like that. She does sit up like that. She just pose like that. So those are the similarities. Now if I bring her down, she poses like that. Let's see. She can put her hand back like that. Let's see. And you can pose her like that. So those are the different comparisons. Partial silicone versus a full body. There are some limitations that you cannot do with the full body because of the weight of them. Yeah. So let's go ahead and give her a dress and out of her nakedness. And put a diaper on her. So that's the difference. So like I said, the weight of the weight of the partial is way lighter than a full body. You don't have really, you don't have the male parts or the female parts with the partial silicone as you do with a full body silicone. You do have the full head with the full tongue and the gums. That is provided for you in a partial. You do not have option with a partial to have armatures. Cannot do armatures on a partial body as with a full body. Now you do have the option of getting a you do have the option of a drinker wet and armatures with a full body as to a partial. You cannot have a drinker wet with a partial body. You only have to do simulation, as I did with River, the Ashby, with a bottle simulation of milk or water that will not go in his mouth because he does not have a drinker wet. You can get a full body without a drinker wet, as she is. She is a full body without a drinker wet. These are additional costs. These are additional features. So when you are looking in the market of buying a partial silicone or a full body silicone, you want to ask the seller or the artist, what are the features? What all does the baby have? You want to ask for COAs. You want to ask for care instructions. You want to ask her how many people or other mommies have the baby had. If you're buying, adopting out or buying from the artist. If you're buying from the artist, it's not going to have multiple mommies. Or you just have you as the new mommy, because you're buying the doll straight out from the artist. Brand new, no second hand. So when you buy from the artist, you're going to ask these things as well. What all does a baby have? Because that's where your costs come into play. Those are add-ons to your baby. So if you're going to have a brand spanking new baby reborn by an artist, drinker wets are costs, additional costs. Armatures are different additional costs, and they weigh into your price. So, like I said, it's all about what you can afford. What are your concerns about your baby? What are your wants? And what are your needs as far as your silicone is concerned? Whether it be partial or whether it be full body, you want to know whether your skin tone is going to be. You want these what your preferences are in skin tone. You know, do you want an Asian baby? Do you want a biracial baby? Do you want an African American baby? Do you want a Caucasian baby? Do you want an olive skin baby? Do you want a Hispanic baby? These all come into play with the different skin tones. So you have to have that. You know what you want for the artist to create your baby, unless you're buying a baby that the artist already made. If the artist already made that baby, then you're just buying out that baby. And that's because you like that baby. And it's like, oh, I want to be the new mommy for that baby because that's a beautiful baby. So you leave all that homework to the artist. And you just looking for a baby straight out. So that's the easy process though. You're just looking for something that comes up, and you leave all that researching to the artist. But like I said, you have to know what you want. Whether you leave that to the artist, it's still going to cost you. So you have to be have your own price range on what you want to spend, on what your needs are as far as your baby, and what you want the baby to have, what features you want the baby to have. Like for instance, I'm getting another full body silicone, and I want it in an AA skin tone. I want it to have a full head of hair, not sparsely rooted. I want a full head of hair. I don't want to basically see a bunch of scalp, because silicone is, on a silicone baby, their hair is not glued in, so it has a tendency to shed some. So I like for my babies to have a full head of hair. So if it should shed, it won't be bald spots. So that's what I look for. A full head of hair baby, not a sparsely rooted baby, full head baby. And I pick out the hair. I find pictures, photos of babies. I Google pictures, um, or I save pictures from dolls that I see on Facebook that I like, that collectors have showed their baby. And if I like the hair on that particular baby, I'll save that photo. If I like the skin tone on that baby, I'll save that photo in my phone. And so when they ask me, do you have pictures? I say, sure. And I go in my gallery on my phone and I find those pictures. And I say, this is what I'm looking for. This is what I like. Can you do it? And they'll tell you either yes or no. And so they say, so how's the skin tone? And I say, everything on it, baby, I like. Can you do it? And they say either yes or no. So then that's when the cost comes into play. And then that's when the features come into play. Can you put some armatures in it? How much more would that be? Can you make the hair thicker? Can you make the hair longer? Can you make the hair shorter? These are all the different styles. These are all the different looks of the baby. You know, your preferences are. Your preferences are come into. Don't let an artist say, no, the baby look better this way. It's your baby. You decide. You know, they want to help you to input. They do like your input, and they say, but when you see something that you want, whether it be at somebody else's baby and you like that baby, you let that artist know, because sometimes if the artist don't have to do so much work, they won't. They'll leave their doll's hair sparsely rooted. If you don't be precise on what you want, they'll give you a sparsely rooted, bald spot having hair baby. If you don't specify that you want a full head of hair, they'll give you a sparsely rooted baby. So you got to know the difference. You really have to know the difference. So that's where your research and your homework and taking notes comes into play. Watching the internet, watching different babies, watching different artists. All these are going to make you, this research that you do going to make you the most beautiful baby. And sometimes, you know, when you got all the pieces of the puzzle together, and then people are going to be like, oh my God, you created that baby. And others might want that baby too, because you pictured that baby and how you wanted that baby. So you helped the artist make a decision on what you want. So there comes decisions on the process of elimination on what you want for your baby. So those are just different scenarios that I have, experienced as far as getting a partial or full body silicone. She looks adorable. Let me get this pillow filled out. So the difference, it will be the partial silicone versus the full body. The whole difference is going to be price. And that's the difference, is the price and the weight. It's going to be different. And the body part, the the boy or girl body part. Um, that's going to be the difference. Um, so, and I found these shoes. And I found these shoes. We gotta hurry up. I'm an hour 20 in. I'm gonna try to box you guys. I apologize. So I have these two shoes. I can either go with the blue, the dark blue, or the brown. But I think I'm gonna try these ones. Tone it down a little bit for feet to fit. See, if she was a partial, you could put her feet up and it would stay. But her feet are really soft, so it won't stay. But there she is, you guys. That's Natalia. That's my full body silicone. Cover up her ears. It's just cold. And there she is, you guys. All right, you guys. I hope that was it was informative. Um and it helps you guys in your decision making. Um Giving some pointers and some personal opinions. My own, just a little advice on, what to expect. And hope that helped, in you guys' decision. So when coming into the community, when purchasing your first silicone doll, what to expect and what to look for. And I'm so if you guys are getting anybody is getting a new doll, I'm so excited for you. Let me know in the comments if you're getting um a new baby. Let me know what kind you're getting, and who you're going with and who's the artist. Sharing is caring. I would love to find out what you chose. In the community. Um, if you're in the community, some people don't. Some people aren't in the community. Some people just buy dolls for their own personal enjoyment, and they're not even in the dog community. That's fine. Everybody isn't in the dog community. You don't have to be in the dog community to get a doll. We're in the dog community because we share photos and pictures, and we 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 just share our babies. We just share what brings us joy. It brings us what do you call it? Satisfaction. We just like different things. You know, um, about different people. And everybody just shares their babies. And pictures. It's fun. I think it's a beautiful thing. But yeah. So I just want to come here and show you guys, and I hope you would. Hope it was um a good topic for you guys, and helped you along the way. So and help you with your process of buying a silicone doll or thinking about buying a silicone doll or partial silicone doll. So yeah, but I'm gonna let you guys go, and do if you can do me a favor, If you're new, go ahead and hit the like button. Give me a thumb up or a thumb down. Help me to push my videos through. Um, and come back and see me again. And I wish everybody a blessed evening and a safe new year. Continue safe new year. And I hope to see you guys back soon. Love you all, and to all, good night. Bye for now.